Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I wanted to show you something that's going on right now. So I'm actually in the process of gathering items for another booth, a third booth. So I've been on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist trying to find different pieces that would be good for displaying things on. So what I found, very interesting item. It's actually a 1950s cabinet. It's a corner cabinet base with a Formica countertop, but it had lots of yellow, and they were using it in like a garage setting, so lots of crap was on it. And I'll insert a photo of that right here so you can see what it looks like. So that's what it looked like right there. Pretty bad. And that is what it looks like now. So it cleaned up really, really well. So very happy with that. It has this really thick metal chrome banding on the sides, and there's a nice back a lip here. So that is the top of it, and I'm gonna now show you the rest of. It's actually outside. It's in pieces. Oh, along the way, here we are. So this is something else I bought off of someone on Facebook. It is a vintage metal cabinet. I paid $25 for it. Really cool. I love the fact that it's blue. You know, it ties in that blue kind of a theme. Not exactly the same color, but that's really fine. And the top sets a little bit in with this ledge here, metal on top, and has a drawer, open it up, and a shelf inside. So that's very cool for $25. That'll go great in the booth. So that's awesome. And then outside, boy, we got a mess out here. So here's another shelf that I got. This was free, and I have to paint it white. I think it'll go really nicely though in the booth as just a small little accent item. I think I'm gonna do it just straight white. And then I just bought this here today for $20 at a yard sale. It's a handmade shelf, painted white, so that's awesome that it's already painted for me and ready to go basically. And I don't know for sure what booth that's gonna go in, but it's a nice sturdy piece. Here is the cabinet that the counter goes on top of. So it comes with drawers, as you can see, and then we've got doors below. I'm going to have to, for one thing, I'm not going to leave the doors on. I'm going to take all the doors off. So that'll be one less thing to worry about fixing up. On the inside, however, I need to wash that out. And then I ordered new paint that I'm going to spray this whole thing with. I'm going to spray it all white, probably not the metal. There, probably just clean that the best I can. Spray it all white so it has a fresh coat of white glossy paint on it. And then it even came with this turning Lazy Susan type thing, but it's absolutely a mess. Look at that rust. So wow. Oh, so this is all disassembled right now. This is not the way it's supposed to go. It's I think I have them all backwards, or so anyway, I think it goes this one, then that one, and then this piece here goes like over there. Anyway, it makes sense. But little bend here, that was my problem. I did that. We were trying to get this apart, and there was no tools where I was picking this up, so I was getting aggravated, and I used a crowbar, and it just didn't. Well, luckily I can bend that back, but just lots of rust, lots and lots of rust and stuff to deal with. So I bought some. I'm gonna go inside. It's awfully cold. So cold. It is currently 28 degrees outside. So where are you at, Stell? There you are. Let's look at you. So I bought a special primer for the doors, so I'll go over the rust. That'll keep that from getting any worse. But before all that, I've got to clean it, prep it, all of that. And so we'll do that. We'll paint it white, and that'll go in the booth number 3, once I get it, and it'll go in the corner. And then I am also looking at, someone has a really cool shelf that can be mounted above the countertop. Still, let's just keep it on you. And it has a really retro look. If I can find a photo, I'll insert it here, but it is really awesome. I think I need to paint it. It's red right now, but I think I need to paint it white or maybe blue. I don't know. I feel like red's a little bit clashy though with this blue thing we got going on. But really excited about that. All right, so this is the month of October, the items that I sold in my antique booth. Now I have two booths, so this is the result of two 8x8 spaces. Now last month, which had been September, was really, really great. Did, I think, about $700 worth of sales. This month, however, you know, we're down here to $424. So that's just what you get into when you sell online and in a physical space. You cannot always guarantee you're going to have consistent sales. And so that's something that you got to consider if you want to go into business in this sort of a field. So I had $424 in sales. I paid commission of $42.40, and that is 10% of this number. They get that, and that includes the, what does that include? That includes processing fees and just fees in general, whatever. I don't have to pay anything other than this right here and my booth rent. They take care of the rest. And then, so that means I have a check for $381. So very good considering slow month, but that's just the business. It picks up sometimes. I did manage to sell quite a bit of stuff here, and it always surprises me. Some things I see come through here, and I just was like, wow, I forgot I had that, or, you know, I didn't know that would sell. So let's just kind of dance around the table right here. $20 small glass corner cabinet. I remember this. This was really interesting, and what's cool about it is I walked to the booth a couple times, and I seen this other cabinet that looked exactly like it. Now it's actually about this big. It's this tall. It's sort of small, but it's mirrored, and it has a mirrored, and it's glass, and it's sort of from the 70s or so. Sold it for $20. And what's interesting is somebody else was selling the exact same cabinet for right around $9. And the same person bought both of them without even asking a question. So it's funny that I was able to make like $10 more on the sale. But so that's awesome. And that's an example of something that I would have probably put online for this price. And I'm glad that it sold in the booth. Less work completely. I did sell some things over here that are kind of like, I don't know, farmy. A wood toolbox for $25. A wood ladder for $25. Cheese boxes, those are fun. $10 a piece. And then that doesn't belong. Get over there. Salt and pepper shaker goes over here with these others, which we'll just talk about these. So I sold some salt and pepper shakers. We have a seashell, a teapot, a lighthouse, just yellow ceramic ones, and then black Americana. So I was able to sell those in the booth, and I've sold some online. Someone mentioned in a comment recently that I'm buying a lot of salt and pepper shakers. Well, they're easy to buy, they're cheap to buy, they're easy to store, and they sell for pretty good money, and they're a good booth filler because of their size, you know, and selling them online, it's very easy to ship and store and all of that. So people love little figurines, and the fact that it's useful being a shaker, it's doing double duty there. So awesome there. And then soap, I did sell some soap. We have $4.95, 4 for 16. So I sold 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. See, not bad, not good, but, or not bad, not great, but good. So that's all I can ask for. It does bring people in. I think it helps. It adds another sense, like another sensory experience to the mix. Right here, I actually did sell some of these gas station numbers, and that's an example of something that I didn't think I sold any of, and I was getting worried. So I did sell 2 of them, a number 1 and a number 6, and they paid $24 for the pair of them. And I think I paid $15 for all of them. So I've already made my money back on those, and I have a lot more in there. So those will probably continue to trickle out. And then I sold a little Pyrex 1940s number 402 mixing bowl, $12. Did sell some bottles. I just put $2 on these. These were basically free at an auction. I wasn't expecting to get these. I was after something else, and they were just added with the bundle, sort of a thing. So those sold. Then we have some things like a 4-foot ruler, a cane, another ruler, a yardstick. So 3, 6, 9, 14, so $17, pretty good on that. And I know I spent maybe $1 or $2 for all this stuff, for these yardstick things. That's awesome. Then over here, we just have some random things while the dog barks. And I did sell some glasses. I marked all my glasses down. Originally, I put $4 on them. I did sell some at $4. I let that go for about a month or so, and then I marked them all down to $2. So I sold a couple here at $2, and we'll see if they continue to sell through at $2 a piece. But they're basically Charlie Brown and Holly Hobby, or I don't know. Those Kim Castle Love Is glasses from the 70s or 80s. So that kind of stuff, not desirable things like Star Wars or anything like that. So we're selling through those. And then I did sell some cookie jars, a ceramic tree one, and then an Atlantic mold rooster cookie jar, 35 and 12. Very cool. Christmas ornaments, I only sold 2. I expect this month that we're in right now to sell a lot more. So hopefully I can sell through a lot of those ornaments, but they are selling for $3.50 a piece. That's good news. And then we have here a nativity set, $15 on that. Where are we at? A couple figurines, Precious Moments, $4 and $4. I think those are from a yard sale where I paid 25 cents for them a piece, I believe. Something similar to that. I think I got through everything, but yeah, pretty good month. Not, spectacular, but it's doing its job. The booth, it's making enough money to pay for itself and still make money. I don't know. I feel like I have to mention this every time, but my booth rent normally is $80 a month. So I have 2 booths. That would normally be $160, but I pay less than that because I have 2 booths. So just assume the worst, $160 out of that $380. See, I'm still making good money for the limited amount of work. And this doesn't feel like work to me, even though obviously I had to write all these tags and wash all these items and go physically stock it and go physically buy them. Yeah, I guess it is work. I just don't think of it that way. So that does help, not doing what you love doing, so it doesn't feel like you're working at all. This does not feel like I'm working. So very cool.